Hello my fellow pilots, and welcome again to another episode of Star Citizen FM, episode 36. Star Citizen FM is your fan community source for anything related to Star Citizen, the community, or anything else that might be interesting in the verse. Star Citizen FM is run by yours truly, Dr. Hawk, so join me as we go over some of today's events and announcements. So, as you guys know, I had made a post earlier saying that I was going to be a little late. I have two explanations I'd like to quickly give you guys. One of them revolved around looking at the Apple iTunes podcast. Yeah, that actually is what held me up. So, to those of you that keep asking, Luke, when are you going to do your podcast in MP3 format or whatever have you? I'm trying, but it caused more problems than was really worth at the moment, and by the time I had actually started recording, it was a little late, and that came to the second problem. I live with a family. Our basement flooded. There is no privacy. So any movies or girly One Direction music playing would translate directly into Star Citizen FM, and those are pirates that I cannot defeat. I'm sorry, but One Direction is too well armed for me to defeat them. So I apologize for the interruption in your usual entertainment, but let us move on to today's episode. A fairly short episode, not too much going on. Some big events still happening, but everyone's now all tied up with the Hangar module, coming up with ideas or concerns for them. So let's go over what's happening. Our first point of interest comes from Jump Point, actually, announced earlier, and me getting, the usual late draw. There is a new Jump Point available for any subscribers out there. If you haven't already checked your subscribers section, in it is a bunch of juicy, wonderful details that I really want to talk about, but again, do not want Ben Lisnek coming down on me with the banhammer. So again, if you guys want to check it out, $10 here, $20 there. You too can be your very own subscriber, and if you like me, I enjoy subscribing this way over buying ships because, well, as I've mentioned before, buying all your ships suddenly leaves not a lot of things to actually unlock later in game. That point aside, people have been very busy with the hangar. In fact, I'm making a quick shout out to everyone in the bug forums. I haven't posted much. I had one issue that came up, and it pretty much resolved itself with one of the patches, but to anyone that travels over into the bug report section of the forum, these guys have been working their frickin' tails off. And even if you don't feel like you've actually contributed anything, just saying that you are having a problem, like a black screen, or maybe your hangar didn't load correctly, or maybe all your ships aren't there, still helps the crew guys. Like, that is all information that can help. I'd even emailed, I think, support about mine, and like I said, resolved itself, so let them know. Keep pushing at them. The last thing we need is some bug to sneak up on us and bite us in the ass when the game comes around, and oops, guess we didn't see that. So a big shout out to you guys in the bug report forum. You guys are doing a great job, very impressive, and can't see it, but I'm saluting you guys. Very well done. We also have a brand new thing to talk about. We are now at 18 million. Yeah. Now, I don't know about you guys, but it was not too long ago that Chris and crew said that they would need about $20 million, give or take, to make Star Citizen into an optimally funded AAA title. We're 2 million away from that. That is quite scary. So, in the time that Star Citizen started their Kickstarter, to the time now, which has barely been a year, they have already reached their optimum amount of funding, and we still have 2 years to go. I keep getting more and more amazed every time I see this in the headlines, and it's like one of those things, you're driving into oncoming traffic, you see the semi coming, it's gonna hit you, but you're still like, oh my god, there's a semi coming towards me. And that's how it feels here with Star Citizen. I know it's gonna happen because people have the drive and passion for this game, but I still keep sitting there with my mouth open like an idiot going, wow. So congratulations to everyone that has pledged thus far. We now have a new system unlocked. This is for any backers who have backed before a certain point that I'll have to clarify later. You will be able to pick your starting hangar there and establish your home base. people originally will not be able to find it if they are not the kind of backers and are not able to see it. However, there has been mention that pilots would be able to find it later in the future. Our next stretch goal is going to be a first-person combat shooter. Yep. For $20 million, you will have first-person combat on select lawless planets. Don't just battle on space stations and platforms, take the fight to the ground. And before any major publishing magazine starts to poke fun because Star Citizen is developing an arcade within an arcade, or whatever, have you not, I'm fine with this. I don't know about you guys, but this is CryEngine. It's already built to do that. I don't actually see it taking away much from Star Citizen, and the space is going to take the most work, and then after that it'll just be like, CryEngine, oh hey, look at that, we have first-person combat. And actually, the way Star Citizen is looking to be, it would be really cool if this became a combined arms sort of universe, but okay, I'm starting to dream a little too big. So there you go, 20 million stretch goal, we get first-person combat. After that, who knows where the money goes. In fact, I would, and this is just me saying, I think any money that is received after the 20 million should be used on marketing. Start putting it into advertisements, getting more people into Star Citizen, because right now, most of the advertising is done by us. So, if we can get, a large group of people to just start throwing some more money at SC and push past that 20 million, maybe we can start throwing it at advertising. I don't know. This is me just spitballing and what I think could be useful for the game. So if you guys have any input, let me know in the comments or forum below. We'll talk about advertising for Star Citizen. On to other topics. There was a new ship revealed to us. Well, not exactly new, but rather we get to see some new visual art from the Caterpillar. The images coming up right now are to show the new pirate version of the Freelancer. So if you want your own evil twin of the the Freelancer, which honestly I kind of like this one more, go check it out. I don't believe it's on the pledge page yet, but it should be eventually up for sale for anyone that wants it. So check out the Caterpillar, the Freelancer's evil twin. I like that title. I think we're just going to permanently adopt that as its name. Finally, we have the press roundup as well as the fan spotlight of the Hangar event in Cologne. If again, for any reason that you have missed this event or didn't get to see any footage or want to see what other people are thinking of Star Citizen, check it out. It's all there for you, and it is available in the Roberts Space Industries comlink. There is also a new episode of Wingman's Hangar, episode 37, where some of the team even does a roundtable discussion and goes over, what the Hangar module is like for them, how much crunch is hated, how much showers are wanted in the office. So if you want to check those out, those are available in the RSI comlink. My final announcement is a community-related announcement. Now, normally I like to keep things pretty short or pretty long. It all depends on the circumstance. But lately, I think we all have to admit that there are some issues or concern, air quote, trademark, with forums. There is a good community member out there, you guys all know who he is, who has brought up a proposal.
Citizens, pirates, traders and mercs, soldiers, smugglers, miners and jerks, lend me with what you see and hear, for I have a point, never you fear. There is an enemy that we all must heed, a ghastly beast for the community to feed, a monster that craves our time to burn, that can destroy with its relentless churn. I speak not of a man, an alien, or even regret. No, my friends, I speak of the internet. To help our great star game, we must not sway, and the attention of the world can never stray. So a call to arms, my spacefaring commandos. We must flood this planet with our fan videos, whether they be music, commercials, or silly promotions, poetry, renders, or Legos in motion. The lamp of Star Citizen is our shining light, like a glorious spaceship on a sea of night. Together we stand, and let it be said, the PC game is far from dead.
Ah, Kin Shadow, you daring rogue, you. So, starting before September 27th, and from that point onward, you will be able to participate in 3 separate contests for Star Citizen. Each one, having a prize for your efforts. The first being a 300i, the second an Aurora, and the third skin. Well, I thought I already have skin, but point aside. The first mission, due on or before September 27, 2013, to further promote Star Citizen via a video commercial. Your video commercial must be no longer than 60 seconds. The video must not be produced before the announcement of this competition, so by this time you should be safe. The video must promote only Star Citizen, no guilds, no other games, no other organizations. And that is the first competition. You will be able to win a 300i for your trouble if you are deemed fit and win our Mission 2, due on or before October 4th, 2013. Expand the Star Citizen community of creative artists by a competition to promote Star Citizen. The music video must be no longer than 4 minutes. The video must not be produced before the announcement of this competition, and the video must promote only Star Citizen. No guilds, no other games, no other organizations. The reward for this and for your efforts would be a Aurora. The final mission, due on or before October 18th, 2013, expand the Star Citizen community of engineers via a competition to promote Star Citizen. A. Build the best LEGO model of a Star Citizen announced ship. Or A1. A LEGO model must be submitted as a video. Alternative. The best LEGO video, either simply showing the model in a stop-motion narrative or in a creative presentation, will be determined as the winner. The video must not be produced before the announcement of this competition, and again, must only promote Star Citizen. So if you guys would like to check this out, you can go over to the post called Attention Star Citizens, ComAlert, Incoming Transmission Fan Video Contest. Be sure to check it out and submit your submissions. I should say that 5 times fast. For your chance to win your very own 300i, Aurora, or skin. So it's about time to wrap up the show. I have one question submitted for Ask Dr. Hawk, and I believe he's asked a question before. It's from Seller Phantom. He said, "Hey Dr. Hawk, so far we have our ships, decorations, a holo table, and a buggy in the hangar. Is there anything more apart from what you would like to see in the hangar? I want to get more interactive objects, and I'm pretty sure that we will get some sometime." To answer your question, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing more objects. Honestly, I spent about, I think, $25 in Voyager Direct so far because I viewed it as a aesthetic cash shop, which I have no problem viewing. And there was some, again, concern, air quotes, TM, with the Voyager Direct store before, but if we can deck out our hangars like they've mentioned before, which we'll be able to do, then yes, I would love to be able to do it. There was a comic posted, I believe, by a friend of mine, I think it might have been NB0, who posted the comic of "Your authority is not recognized in Fort Kickass." So I would hope that eventually we'll be able to lift up and move around boxes, because I would very likely make a fort in my hangar that only Hawk is allowed in. Only Hawk. Rawr. I mean, yeah, that. So yeah, to answer your question, I'm looking forward to more interactive objects. It's not a huge need right now, as the game should be a higher priority, but down the road, yeah, sure, because I can honestly see myself spending more on Voyager Direct than I really need to. And yes, I am saying that aloud to CIG. Watch as they spam a nest for Hawk. There you go. A nice big fat twiggy nest for the bird. Thank you very much, Stellar Phantom, for your question. And again, if you guys would like me to try to answer a question for you guys, you can submit your questions to starcitizenfm@gmail.com, or leave your question in the YouTube comments below or in the forums. So, thank you very much for your guys' attention, and I apologize again for the short episode, but I think everyone's hunkered down trying to come up with concerns or bugs right now, so I'll see you guys next time on Star Citizen FM. If you enjoy the show, be sure to click subscribe on the lower left-hand corner by clicking the fuzzy little hawk. If you have any feedback or critiques, compliments, complaints, leave them in the forums, the YouTube video below, and like and subscribe. It helps me out. It motivates me to, stay off the drugs and stay in school. So thank you very much for your views and your attention, and I'll see you guys next time on Star Citizen FM. You guys take care and fly safe.